Hi there, Gary. It's Martin and Nick, and we're just going to talk about this Wingate Road property. Now, they accepted your offer, so I think that's a good thing, but we need to go through this Viewer stuff and the 3D walkthrough again, and just double check that it's a property you want to own, or at least double check that. So we've already done an assessment, a previous assessment, and what we're going to do is just skip through the main critical points as a refresher. We're going to score the property this time because we didn't do it last time. I think it's important we do give it a score. And obviously we look at the viewer footage and we go from there. So there it is. Let's see how it all scores again. And here we go. So I'm going to share my screen. You've got your comparable stuff ready, Martin, I presume? I'm ready and all waiting to go. Yep. So just to refresh very briefly, 3-bed semi, cavity walls, concrete tiles. I quite like concrete tiles. If there's a broken tile, you just slot another tile in. Nice and simple. There's very little messing around with them.
Did you see the comment of viewer? They said the property looks in poor condition, needing full refurbishment. The brickworks appear good, however, the roof needs attention. The site is peeling away and the tiles are falling off of the corner. Please contact me for. Yeah. So basically, we need to check the videos. So maybe we can go first with the videos and after with the photos.
Okay, we do that way around, sure. Okay.
Yeah, because the photos don't really show the real
situation. Okay.
My opinion, so.
Well, here we go. And right, so he's talking about the fascia board, and often they need redoing. Not redoing, but painting and decorating at a minimum.
Because for me it looks totally okay, I don't know. So maybe we should contact the viewer first to see how it's going.
Yeah. My view is that if it needs a renovation, it needs a building quote. If it needs that, it needs Joe, the builder, to go and look at this thing. And he would then know what he's looking at, I expect. Well, I know he does. And then we would go from there. Now, the brickwork looks okay. Just looking at that, that's an air brick that's been partially blocked up. There's another one, and then obviously that's that one. I think it's not a proper damp-proof course. It doesn't have any damp-proof treatment on it, which is good. So that's encouraging. Now we're inside. The video is a bit smudgy, which is annoying.
But why full?
Yeah, it's just in need of painting and decorating throughout.
Yeah.
Badly decorated, which just doesn't help. Carpet looks okay, bit tired.
And I like when the bathroom and toilet are separated.
Let's just pause there. So there's a few things here going on. One is that, yes, this all needs decoration. And this mess in the corner, this is just condensation.
Yeah.
Classic people not leaving the window open in the bathroom. And condensation.
Especially after shower, yeah.
Now they do have this vent, which is interesting. So I guess that's a powered vent. Well, maybe it's a passive vent, but it's a vent. It's just not very high. Could be higher. Higher is better because then the air flows up, warm air flows up and out. So got a reasonably large.
Need cleaning. The bathroom needs cleaning, as I saw.
Yeah, it needs that kind of deep clean. Now this flooring, I don't know if you can see here. See the way the flooring has come loose here. It all just needs to be tidied up and possibly replaced, I suspect.
Or maybe just put carpet on the top and fix it.
Actually, just looking at that again, it's cheap laminate flooring and the edging is gone, and that's fine. So it's going to need carpets. Or I personally would put carpets in. It's a bedroom.
Yeah.
Put carpets in.
Yeah, that's why I said like carpets uneven will look better.
Yeah.
And plus it has double insulation basically on the floor. So
you can see that the ceilings are plasterboard and it's got backing paper on it, which has peeled a little bit, but it's not really a significant issue there. You probably cannot quite see it, but there's a bit of a line there. I think this is all in reasonably good condition. The thing is to look past the decorative problems and look at the fundamentals, like, is it warm? Is it dry? Are the walls flat? You know, things you can overpaint a flat wall and it'll look nice. But if you've got a mess of a wall, then you have to redo the wall. So this is all okay. This is all pretty acceptable so far. We've got a big old loft hatch. That's something. Nice flat walls. So what I'm looking for, by the way, Gary, just to show you, is when you get this kind of shadow, you can really, even though this is low resolution, you can tell, you can see lots of shadow, like rippling and that kind of thing. I'm not really seeing any of that. So far so good, I would say.
Yeah, it's just not. I think the people didn't paint and decorate last 2-3 years, so that's why it's like.
Or even more.
Like. Yeah, but just saying, depends.
It
needs. And they have kid.
Yeah, little baby gate. Martin knows about those because he's just become a dad.
I need to buy one.
Yes. And here we are. The Weber person is a bit pessimistic, I would say.
Because he see the floor is bad, but I will just put carpet on the top and everything. It looks fine.
Yeah, as we both know, it's a non-issue. So that's a mild concern. You see there, you've got. Sorry, I'll go back a little bit. Again, we can see all this in the 360, so I'm not that bothered. It's like this all needs redoing, but it looks to me like polystyrene. So in the 60s, what they often did was put polystyrene tiles on the roof, on the ceilings, and that would act as an insulator, so great. But if you know about the Ukraine war, they're creating these Molotov cocktails, which is basically jet fuel and polystyrene beads. The polystyrene mixes with the fuel and it sticks to everything. You just can't get it off. So the reason they've got rid of the reason you got all this is because they've hacked off all of these polystyrene tiles and you're left with a bit of a mess. But to me, it's not much of a mess. It's just a thing. Now, the other thing one would do, I think, if one was tidying this place up is repaint all of the fitted furniture. It is a bit dated, but if you took off the architrave, we'll have a look at the 360 in a minute, because that's actually better than this, because you got time to really pause and watch.
This wall doesn't look like straight.
A lot of clutter in there.
People are getting ready to move on.
Yeah. Well, we've got a loft full of clutter now, of course. It's just annoying. The 360 pictures are better for this than this. So the thing with the video is it's all fine, but what I really want to see is
the boiler. You need a new one.
Probably needs a new boiler, yeah.
And that's 250. So I think
like £2,000 maybe. It might work. It might be okay. It looks dirty, but it doesn't mean that it's bad. It might be okay.
The kitchen looks fine. The flooring looks good. So basically, it needs new carpets. And I will put dining room here. Or it depends.
Yeah.
Depends what you want.
It is a more or less usable space. The backyard, I would just jet wash everything, get rid of those paving slabs in the corner. It needs a bit of deep clean and love. I think again, jet wash everything and it'll bring the tiles up and really make that pop. Get rid of the junk, the broken washing machine.
I think it's everything around 8,000 for renovation.
Yeah. I would say we can run the calculator, but so he's talking about slates coming off. I'm not sure what he's talking about, honestly. The thing with concrete tiles is they just don't really go. They have a long, long lifespan.
But we will ask him anyway. I will ask because it's offer accepted, so better to know the issue.
Yeah, so far I don't see any big issues here. Now let's just have a look at the 360 because this is where the magic happens, as they say. And the great thing about these 360s is you've got all the detail. Now there was something I wanted to have a look upstairs in one of the bedrooms. Now that's good that you've got the lavatory separate to the bathroom. I think that's a positive thing. Shower, probably, you might even be able to keep it, you know. It just probably needs all the
cleaning.
Redoing, get rid of all.
Yeah, it needs cleaning. I saw that it was really dirty on the video.
Yeah, it's all of this looks okay to me. This is I think, look, there it is. You see the polystyrene tiles? So they never quite got back to the back there. That's what it is. They just hacked off the polystyrene tiles. So there's nothing to be frightened of. It just needs a tidy. My guess is people were just afraid and they thought, oh, it's a complete mess. No, it just needs painting and decorating. Okay, so
this property it can be made really nice if you paint it in nice colors. Put new carpets, it will look amazing.
Yeah. And actually with this, you could just you could get rid of all this little fancy filigree stuff, which people don't like anymore. Make it all plain and or put fillets in, little fillets to give it nice effect, whatever. But the point is that this can stay, replace the hinges if necessary, repaint the whole thing, fitted furniture, people love it. It's just nice storage, you're good to go. Yeah, I go back to the bottom line with this, which is it's all okay. There's nothing particularly, it's all right, in my view. It's not in great order, but it's perfectly fine. Now, on the growth story around here, I just want to quickly.
Yeah, it's really nice, really. Because of a lot of new builds, because a lot of social house is going. Going social house.
It's a nice area, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's just nice. I'll make it full screen so you can see more information. It's just a nice middle class.
And I know that we sell one property around. The asking price was 170, but that was last year, and we purchased it for 185. And after when validation comes, we discounted to 10K and we bought it for 175. And I'm surprised why this property 175 is really nice, and it's next to I will show you the exact location of the property where we bought it.
I think they're afraid of the condition. I think the other buyers were just nervous about condition, which doesn't make any sense to me because I haven't seen anything that's fundamentally problematic. Like the roof is flat, the concrete tiles are solid as far as I can see, but you know, all of this is going to get picked up in a survey anyway. So assuming you want to move forward with the transaction, then it's all going to get picked up in a survey, as I said. So I think the capital growth is very healthy. And if I look at this, it's 20% in the last, up to June 21.
And it looks like you can park a car in the garden.
Yeah. So. It's a market that's really come up since 2008. So in other words, there's a lot of what I call stable long-term demand for this property. So, you know, the 2008 peak was a bit nuts and it did crash quite heavily, but it's come back strong. So I think it stacks up pretty well for growth. And you do have some anomalies, like here's a bit of an anomaly here, but I'm not too concerned about that. I think
the new build,
it's fine.
It's new build.
Yeah, well then it explains everything. Yeah, that explains why the numbers are a bit weird because of the new build. So, and new build is a good thing. Whenever you have a lot of it, it means that the whole area is on the way up. Like the social grade is up, everything is up. Well, that's encouraging. All right, over to you, Martin.
I will share my screen. So basically, we sell a property, just to be sure. I know it was somewhere around. Yeah, it was. We sell two basically here in this street, and here on the street satellite view, because it's older. This all is will be demolished and will be a new brand, new builds. When you go on the street view, you can see that it's coming a new builds.
Yeah.
So basically, the property you say it's here. You have a lot of new builds coming there. You have a lot of new builds coming here. A lot of new builds coming here. So basically, all this area is really improving. So
you're very close to that Tesco, aren't you? And that Aldi.
Yeah, it's really really close, because I know also what one we sold. We was thinking that it will rent for 825 to 850, and the property is one of here. Now it rent for 895. So
I remember. Is that the little end of terrace one? The one.
Yeah.
Yes.
And we also think we buy one of those. I think it was this. Yeah. So but we're still in progress. It doesn't matter. So, but we was thinking that it will run for 825, 850. One that was purchased like it was 5 months ago or something. Now it's run for 895, and it's really close. So I will bet that this one will run for 850, minimum 850, minimum. Because I remember when I give you the numbers, I give 800, but it run minimum 850 now. So if you make it even nice with new carpets and so, it will fly away. So 850 by 12. And let's say 175, 175. I will go maximum spend 10K, like make it really, really nice.
Yeah.
185. Just saying that 5.5 yield.
And
but
what
I
would you
think
rent
it will run
what
more.
would it rent for?
At least 850.
Yeah, so that gives you 5.83. Gross rentable 5.51. Yeah.
Okay, can you share your screen?
Yeah.
And the calculation, so maybe Gary can see.
So we'll also do the score, and we'll also do I want to do the decoration cost. All right, so these are the basic numbers, and in summary.
Can you zoom in a little bit? Yeah.
Yeah. In summary, if I can zoom it in, there we go. There we go.
But it will not need 10 for renovation. It will need around 7, 8. I think maximum, depends.
Yeah, well, we'll have a look at that in a minute and we'll work the numbers through. So let's do that. And I'm just going to do this. So the WhatsApp deal calculator. And we'll just take it from the top. Now, we use this for all of our, you'll probably recognize it, but we have the way it works is it's all formatted for WhatsApp. So the idea is Martin can just go like that, put all the calcs in. So let's take it from the top.
Can you zoom a little bit so maybe he can see better?
I'm very sorry, yeah. All right, and it's what's the postcode district again?
M38. 175. The asking basically the accepted offer.
Yeah.
3 semi-detached.
3. So the reason this matters, by the way, Gary, is because I have a whole lot of variables, which I'll show you in a second.
850.
Is it freehold? I can't remember.
Wait, I want to check double.
I think
it's supposed to be freehold, but let me check that field history.
Okay.
Wait. I have property 2. Property 2. Each second, I must. The number is 17, so 21, 19. I don't know. It's supposed to be freehold.
Okay, well, let's carry on. So, do we say exceptional growth?
Yeah, it has.
Okay, now let's see. It doesn't need a new kitchen.
No, it doesn't need new bathroom. It just need painting and.
Might need a modern shower. So okay. Does it need? It doesn't need a cloakroom toilet. It does need a boiler though, probably. Yeah. Doesn't need any new windows as far as I can see.
No,
None of that is, they're all solid.
Carpets needs like half, that's around, because the property is 84 meters square, so let's say 40 meters square. It's neat.
Okay, so I'm going to say average quality. I'll just say 100 because I assume that means half the square footage of the property. Basically, that's how that works. We need some new flooring. I'm going to go half of that property.
But can you write the square footage?
Yeah.
Wait, 84. I will convert. So 905.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
So this has done it, but I need to go back to that later and fix it. Something's not quite right. Let me just check something here. Okay, there's some issue with that, but I'll go 500 just because we want to get a basic calc in. And then we need to go complete redecoration. And it's coming up at around 7,600. Plus we need to do some landscaping because there is some to be done. And I'm going to go, all the thing needs landscaping. Let's see if that works. It's been a while since I've done this. These I have another calculator which should work better.
No, it's around 500, I think. So make it double, 1,000 added, so it will give. And
let's
did
say
you want for the boiler?
Feet of
and the boiler. So yeah, boiler, it will need.
Yeah. So the boiler is an extra 2,000. So it is around £10,000. Now, I do need to add to this actually and add a boiler and a few other bits and pieces. But
and basically, and for EPC, if you do renovation, basically you need heating controller thermostat for radiators. It's around 300. That will not change you a lot.
So Gary, the reason I'm reasonably comfortable with all this kind of stuff is we're using this system for estimations, cost estimations. It's quite detailed, and I've been working on it for a while. We've got Adriana who's joined us, and she's going to be dealing with all of this stuff and working with Joe the builder on.
And we'll help you for the quote, but it's around 10K. So we will try to make it as cheaper as is possible and nice, of course. We'll not charge you anything extra. We'll just try to make it property to works.
All right. So the upshot is that it will work out. Let's say we call it 10,000 for round numbers, and let's say it's 850. So that's 5.51 gross rentable yield.
But I think even if you rent for 5.75, it will be 5.7%. So that's really nice because the property will have capital growth. It will be fresh renovated. So
yeah. Well, it's sorry, do you mean 875?
Yeah, it will rent, I think.
Okay, right. And finally, let's give it the scores on the doors. And we have lots of properties here. So this one is 17 Wingate Road. Let's see what it comes up at. And right, so the first thing is
condition.
I should do this just because that way it's easier. And freeze panes, freeze to row 4. Okay. Actually, view, freeze, no rows. There we go. Freezed. Sorry about this. There we go. Right. Okay. Next is this one. So let's see. For condition, it's not great.
Basically, we were thinking this is better. Yeah, we were thinking around 5K, but now it's start to be 10K. So
yeah, I give it a 3.2.
Yeah, this is not great.
It's not great, but actually that's probably why you've been offered it, Gary, because if it was in beautiful condition, all those people who want to mortgage the property to the max, those homeowners, they chicken out because, as you know, they buy it with a big fat mortgage, but the catch is that they have to spend all this cash in renovating it. They just want a property that's all done up. So this is probably why you did okay with this. Location, Martin?
It's nice, really nice. I like it. So 4.2.
Okay. Area?
Globally, it's okay. It's around 4.
Yeah.
It's not
So it is
perfect,
a
it's
very
not
good
bad.
location. It's got so many amenities nearby.
Yeah. But
and
I don't
not
want to
just
give.
amenity, like really good amenities, like a Tesco Extra, which is the supersized superstore, and it's got an Aldi, which I like Aldi a lot. And this is
yes,
great.
and also to have it have a lot of other like schools. It have primary, secondary schools. It have it have a close. It also have a primary care hospital. So it have a lot of. It have academies as well. It's not far away from the train stop. I will just give a train stop. How much is by walking? By walking is 20 minutes to the train. It's not close, but it's this train go direct to Manchester, so very nice.
Okay, so
capital
capital growth
for the 5.
It's very strong, and it's the right kind of growth. In other words, it's robust. The areas that so we did this Liverpool one earlier, and it's seeing some crazy capital growth, like some of the highest in the country. But the difference is that it's the kind of growth. It's the wrong, in my view, it's the wrong kind of growth because it's speculative growth at the end of the property cycle, and everyone's just losing their minds a little bit, and it's probably going to crash like crazy. But areas like this, it's just they attract a good quality of person, and the demographics are good, and it's just a nice place to live. So people who, it's robust, strong growth, which I really like. Sell time, well, it'll sell. Really.
Yeah, as you see. Maybe one more.
Price, I mean, is it optimal for buy to let? The only way you can say is it the sweet spot? It's bordering on the edge. It's kind of could be slightly. It's okay.
But you must compete, so that's why 175 is accepted. So
what am I going to give on price? 3.75.
Yeah, something like this.
Yeah, I think to get it at 175, you're doing all right, actually. Rent time, it'll fly. So that's a 4.
Maybe
Yield, a 4. So that gives it a 4.1, which is a good score.
I think for rent we should give more score and for yield not. But it will be I will give for yield 3.8, and for rent time I will give 5. Because
I'll go 4.5.
And do you know why? Because I spoke with the client who rented out the property, and I don't want. She said to me like it's fly, like the market advertised for 850, it compete and it's rent for 895, and she decide the best tenants what she can take. So that's why I said like the rent will.
This is why this is a good proposition, because you get a good tenant that's going to keep their job when things go bad.
Yeah, usually.
And that's why it's a great long-term asset.
Yeah, that's why it's good semi-detached houses for renting, because usually in the semi-detached you'll find better people than terrace. Doesn't mean, but most of the time, yes, because they'll have more money to maintain the property and maintain the garden. Plus, you have a parking spot, what you can make in the garden. So
it's just really a nice little road.
As you can see, you have gate. Yeah, you have gate. So
yeah, I like it. I think it's a nice little house. But the question is, if you get offered the other one for 185 grand versus this one, which is better? If you have to make a choice between this one and the more modern one, which would you go for?
The modern, but just because the modern is one of the best deal what we had. But this is also really nice. You can compare. The modern is 3.1.
Seathwaite, wasn't it? Yeah, that was the one that got 4.3.
Yeah, and but this is also nice. You can compare, like this is also nice. This is like this little bit disappointed because we were thinking like 5K for renovation. Now it's go by 10. So that's why we need a viewer person.
Yeah.
If you know why we required.
Well, you say that, but the 360 was so accurate. I've always felt it was just a deep clean, a deep renovation, a deep painting and decorating, basically. But anyway, you can see here the average is 3.92. this is above average. That's a good thing. And you can see here the Seathwaite one was 4.31 to give you an idea.
Yeah.
So there we are.
If you want to buy both properties, that's even better. So
well, we'll see. It all depends. I mean, depends if you're offered the other one.
yeah.
I suspect I kind of knew that they were interested in you for this one. Because they offered you the viewing and everything. The other one, I don't know. I think it would 185 is definitely one of the strongest offers. Anyway, there you go. If you get offered both, the question is, will you try and buy both? I suppose you have enough cash to do so. Hopefully you got some more money knocking around, which means you're a bit more
yeah, because you have luck basically, because usually from like what we sent, like 5 offers, only 1 is accepted. And with you, I don't remember, did we send previously offers? But usually it's like really competitive, and sometimes the owner, the landlord, will say like he don't want to send to the investors. So
Yeah.
this is like also a reason. So if you take it, if you can go for both. If not, if I need to choose if both are accepted, I will go more with the new build, just because it's a newer and doesn't need a lot of renovation. So
Yeah.
this is just my
But
guess.
then the renovation work on this is straightforward.
Yeah,
so.
yeah, we can do it that as well. So
Yeah.
depends. Which one do you prefer?
And just Gary, just on the renovation stuff, I'm sure I've said this before. I used to have a construction company. I used to do renovations, and I work with Joe, the builder, and it's just like old days talking about double coating a wall and this and the other, and really, again, I just go back to my point. There's nothing. This just needs a thorough going through. There's nothing fundamentally wrong with the property. That's the thing. And the EPC was okay, and it wasn't it?
Yeah, it was D. So it's
Is it like how close to C?
This it can be C, but for to be C, you just need to make you need floor insulation to set around 1000. The set for heating control thermostat 300, 500, 350, sorry, and you need to replace a new boiler. And yep.
So it's all stuff that actually has to be done in the modernization process anyway. So good. All right, there we are. So in summary,
and they said that the roof doesn't have insulation, but basically it have enough space to we can visit and we can add insulation. The roof that's like, I don't know, 1000.
Yeah, something like that. It's not that expensive.
So if you can add as well, it will be a really nice home. It will grow up in value a lot, and it will have good rent and good tenants. And so it's really nice investment.
Yeah, I think it works as well.
Yeah,
I think you got quite lucky with that.
Yeah,
and it goes like that. It is a numbers game, and
we had a client we offer maybe 15 properties and offer, no one was accepted.
Yeah,
and we had a client like also like each month we sent like 2-3 offers and nothing came as accepted, and even the offer was really strong. And
yeah, but half of it is just picking the right property to offer on, and
yeah, but we never know. Depends of the landlord what he will decide if he want to send to, and they never tell you before you must send offer, and then they tell you like the landlord doesn't want to accept investors. So basically, we both lose time, and this is like a really like a luck, let's say like this.
So anyway, Gary, let us know what you want to do, because either I have to make peace with the agent if you don't want to do this, or we move ahead. In my view, I think you got lucky. I think it's a very nice property. I think there's so much new build going on around there. It just lifts that area up. It's just a really nice little house. And actually, if I was in the market, which I'm not because I've got to sell some real estate in London, But that is the kind of house I personally would buy. Like a nice, fundamentally sound, no real problems property that needs a bit of TLC, that will rent out all day long and will hold its value when the bad times come.
Yeah.
And will make a great long-term investment.
Yeah, I think the same.
So I really like it. I like the other one even more. And if I had to make a choice, I'd go for the newer one. But if I didn't have a choice, if I could have both, then I would definitely have both, because I think they're both very nice little properties.
Yeah,
So that's the scores bear that out, by the way, because anything above 4 is a really good score, and this was a 4.09.
Yeah, and also like if they don't accept offer, I will keep this, because after just saying maybe we will send 10 offers and no one will be accepted. So you just need to take this in like opinion. So let us know what you want to do next.
Okay.
And your offer is accepted, but please watch this video, think about it, and let us know.
Yeah, exactly. Have a good one. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.